Hey, welcome to Weigh In and a little coffee talk. How about that? So, last week I lost. The week before that I had that huge gain of 9 pounds, which I still don't understand, but that's how my body acts. So, this week I weighed in at 322.8. So, that is a gain of 4.3, which puts me back to 54.3. Now, am I sorry I gained? Yeah, I wish I hadn't. Am I surprised? 0% surprised. I was not on any plan, under any program, under anything. And I told you I ate them 2 boxes of snack cakes. I just ate the things, all the things. I made a Sundrop pound cake. We ate that. All kind of things. So 2 days ago is when I decided that was my new starting date, basically. So I think I've got those things out of my system. There's things we're going to talk about in another video to help us with these cravings and willpower issues that we have. Just some little tips and tricks that I have been looking up. But I was going to kind of expound on what Denise talked about on her vlog yesterday, and I know she don't mind because she talked about me. That's what made me get it on my mind. She was talking about frustration of making things complicated, making this journey complicated. And basically my doctors complicated my journey is what it boiled down to, what she was saying. And you know what? She's absolutely right. It made me think about it more. I mean, I know they messed me up because I'm living proof that I've not got back on track ever since. I picked my own thing, low carb. I lost weight consistently. My A1C dropped. I went to the endocrinologist. He's like, woohoo, doing all the, excitement. And then my other doctor, he says, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. The low carb. My other doctor, my potassium's low, my cholesterol's high. I don't know what all. Do the Mediterranean diet, please. So I'm like, okay, so this one's telling me that, and this one's telling me that. Well, I'll try the Mediterranean. Well, it didn't work. I don't like the Mediterranean. I'm not a vegetable person, and it relies heavily on vegetables, and fish is something that it likes, and we like fried fish. We're not salmon people, except salmon patties. I don't broil salmon. We don't eat that. David won't touch it with a 10-foot pole. So and it tells you to limit your red meat. No, we red meat people. We like our cow. Okay. It was not for me. I just could not do it. So then I tried to take it to half and half. I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I split the difference, what one doctor says and then what the other doctor says. So I did low carb with the whole grains. Y'all remember that? I was gung-ho. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. If I do something, I normally jump in head first. Ask questions later. That was one of my cards. It was like, what if it was something about your oops could have been a what if. So what if that had been the trick for me? Low carb and whole grains, which I did find some whole grains I like. So there you go. But what if I hadn't tried that? I wouldn't have found them. That just stopped working. It just stopped working. I know I have an issue with, and I didn't go back to bread. That was one thing that I kept off. I kept the simple carbs off. So I don't know if eating the other carbs made me want. I don't know. I'm trying to think where I jumped ship, other than when the depression hit. it came on. Well, it's been there. Y'all know how long it's been there. And then one day it was like traveling. Here we are. That's what happened. So I'm guessing maybe that's where I got off track. But the point of it is, what she was making was I was doing fine, doing my own thing, doing my low carb, killing it, knocking it out. And then here comes this doctor derailing me with something else. And like she said, they're not on my journey. I'm on my journey. And if I'm losing weight, why does it matter how I'm losing weight? When you lose the weight, those things are probably 99% chance going to correct themselves just by the sheer fact that I lost the weight. So that was the frustration. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. That got my, like she said, my mojo, messed with my mojo, got me off kilter, and I have never regained my footing ever since. And this was 3 months ago, because I see her every 3 months, and I saw her, that was 3 months. 3 months ago, I've been screwed up in the head. Has it been that long? Oh my gosh. It is no wonder my journey is taking forever, because different things derail me. I derail myself. But we're not giving up. Let me add that part in there. We're not giving up. 3 years later, I'm not giving up. I'm wore out and I'm over it. But I'm not giving up. I've taken breaks. That's what I just got through doing. I just got through taking a break, gained weight. I'm fine with it. I told you when I took the break to begin with, if I did gain weight, I didn't care. I needed it. I needed it to refocus myself, to kind of recenter myself. But like she was saying, that frustration of, okay, you took me off of this, and here it has been 3 months before I'm even trying to get myself, well, I can't count the whole 3 months on her, because this last little bit has been, in the mental health department. But I'm getting back on it as of 2 days ago. Have I been perfect? No. And I'm not doing, what am I doing? Hold on. You can't have coffee talk without coffee. What am I doing? Am I doing Weight Watchers? No. Am I doing low carb? No. Am I doing low carb and whole grains? No. Am I doing intuitive eating? No. You know what I'm doing? I guess you could say I'm just doing calories. I am, and you'll see in my menu, I'm going to do my menu tomorrow. I hadn't done it in 2 weeks. And I'm not calculating. When I sit over here and make my menu, I am not calculating anybody's points. I'm not even calculating calories. I'm putting it in my tracker. I put all the recipes already. Everything I'm going to eat that it requires a recipe is in my tracker. I use iTrackBites, so that when I do eat it, I can track it. I'm not making it with calories in mind. You know what I'm doing? I'm just making it with food in mind. I am just cooking the food we like. I'm not, if I want to buy something low fat, I will. Otherwise, I'm just going to buy regular old food. Make it my regular old way. I'm not Weight Watcher-fying anything, unless some things I already have Weight Watcher-fying and we like, and some things we don't. And you know what? I'm not going to anymore eat things I don't like just for the sake of losing weight. I'm just not going to do it. Some of you might disagree with that. Well, you got to do something hard to make it. No, you don't. If you want me to stick with it for the rest of my life, to get the weight off and to keep the weight off, it's going to have to be, just like Joan says, eat what you like, that you're going to be eating the rest of your life. And if I don't like food, you're not going to get me to eat fruit to lose weight, because fruit is good for me, because I don't like fruit. I don't like vegetables. There are just certain ones that we'll eat. And I will eat broccoli. I don't like broccoli. I'll eat broccoli, but I can't eat broccoli every day for the rest of my life. I will throw up and I will quit, and I will be bigger than I am now, because I'm not going to do it. I'm telling you right now, that is me. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to lose weight eating berries. I will eat berries, but you know how I like them? In a cobbler. I if I sit down and eat a bowl of berries, I am forcing myself to do so. It is not because I craved them. Every now and then in strawberry season, when strawberries are really good and sweet, I can eat them, but you gotta mix them with sugar. I can't just sit down and eat plain strawberries. They have to be super sweet strawberries, because as soon as I start eating one and it's tart, I'm done. I was not raised on fresh fruit and vegetables, like eating celery, and I try. Y'all know I try. Y'all know I try with the pimento cheese, and I try with the cream cheese and the peanut butter, and it's just not my jam. So I'm not going to force myself to eat things that I don't like, and I'm not going to force David to eat things that he don't like. I already don't, but he eats whatever I put in front of him. But dinner last night, it was so good, and I tracked it, and it was still, I stayed within my calories and even had room for popcorn. I had not had popcorn in weeks. I know it's been probably 2 weeks since I've made popcorn, and y'all know there for a while I was eating it every single night because I do like my popcorn. But supper was so good. I made steak and gravy and rice and fried okra. And I did not put the okra in the air fryer. It's the breaded frozen kind. I didn't buy fresh and do all that. I can do that when it's cheaper this summer. But what I've been doing ever since I've been on this journey is spraying it with olive oil spray real good. I mean, spraying it real good because it's dry already. And throwing it in the air fryer, well, it is just, we eat it because it was healthier for us. It was better for us. This time I'm like, you know what? I'm just not doing it. It's not good. We begrudgingly eat it. So I didn't deep fry it, but I fried it in some oil in the pan where you just keep stirring around just to brown it and get it crispy. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. I put it in the tracker as fried okra. I didn't try to hide it. I found fried okra and I put in there how much I ate, and I ate a gutful, I'm going to tell you. I made my steak and gravy the way I always made it. I didn't skimp on the oil. I didn't try to just, I didn't want my flour to be dry. I put it in my tracker. I put how much I ate, and oh my gosh, it was delicious. It was just made without measuring and weighing and calculating. I just tried to figure out the best I could. Maybe I undershot it. I don't know. I try to be liberal when I build these recipes. That is one thing I will work on getting back to weighing and measuring. Right now, I'm not doing that great. The point is, I made the steak and gravy the way we liked it instead of trying to skimp it, and it was delicious. And I had rice, and I didn't even make brown rice. I made white rice because that's what I wanted. And David sat over there, and he enjoyed his supper so much. And the thing is, I was able to eat it and still stay within my calories and still have room for that popcorn. Did I need that popcorn? No, but I just had the taste for it, and I figured I better go and get it out of the way. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just making food and eating it. I don't know any other way to put it. And I'm trying to watch how much I eat. I am trying to watch my portions, except for on that okra. I ate as much after I cooked it. While I was cooking the first batch, I ate it as much of that while the second batch was cooking than I did when I measured out what I was going to eat. So I doubled it. I doubled how much I measured. I did measure that. Got my little cup out and measured that. So I just doubled it because I knew I ate at least double what I measured. But it was so good. It was so good. That's the journey I'm going on. It will probably evolve because Unless you are just able to jump on one program and ride it out and be very successful with that, your journey evolves. And then sometimes it even evolves then. We are ever growing, changing people. Little kids, as they age and mature and they get into teenagers and then young adults, they change. That is inevitable. That's how growing works. Well, guess what? We don't need to stop growing because we old. Yeah, I guess 58's old. Older than 48. Anyway, we don't stop growing. If we do, we might as well just go and lay down in the dirt because we're done. So, yeah, our journeys will evolve. So, what I'm doing this week, my menu has just got delicious food on it. And I'm just going to make it, track it, and go on about my business. Next week, I might have a gain or I might have a loss. But guess what? It's all part of the journey. It's all part of trying to figure out what is the best way for me. I know I don't want to go back to Weight Watchers because I do not want to go back to counting points. I just do not. Now, I am definitely over points. I'm over carbs. I'm over counting carbs. I just want regular food for just regular old me. And I don't want to try to do like I might buy light sour cream instead of full fat. I might not. Or I'm making pierogi casserole. Comes for cottage cheese. I may buy the full fat. I may buy the medium fat, but I'm not buying the fat free like I did before to try to keep those points down. I'm not doing it. Now I'm not going all Whole Foods because I still eat like a trash panda sometimes. That's usually in my snacking area. My suppers are good. I make good suppers. But that's where I'm going. So I gained weight last week, and I knew I would because I ate like, what I say, a trash panda. I ate like a family of trash pandas. I ate as much as a family would eat. So this week, I'm just gonna cook, and I'm just gonna eat. I'm just gonna watch my calories. I will watch those, but the way I watch calories is I don't, and maybe this will involve too when I see how it goes, how my eating goes, how I feel, how if I feel thick, you can tell if you feel thick, you gaining weight. I might not even, if I do gain weight next week, I might not even worry about the first week until I adjust to what I'm doing. Still cook the same way, but maybe try to eat less, or we'll see. We'll see as it comes. I can't sit here and speculate on something that has not happened yet. But for now, I'm just cooking regular food, the food we like. We're going to eat it and be done with it. So that is where I'm at. Now, my little card, I didn't pull out a random one because I've already turned them all back around because, I had pulled out some before we even started talking over them. And then we didn't talk over them every single day. But some random ones I've pulled out are ones we've just been over. And I'm like, well, I don't think I'll do that. I'll just thumb through here and I'll pull one out. This one is, hold on, let me look. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Whew, let's take a drink on that one. I'm going to tell you, my days have been running me. I have been letting them run me, but that's over. I'm going to run my day. I'm going to tackle my day. I'm going to see whatever my day brings, and I'm going to overcome any obstacles that might be in my way instead of sitting here and letting them run over me. I am going to try to do my best to not get down in the dumps. Try to not let the day just sink me in. And that's what we need to do with our diet, is don't let it run us. Let's run it. It is just, I did not know that would tie in till just this minute. It is just like Denise told me. She said, you don't do what the doctor, she's not saying not to do what your doctors say, because we're talking about diet, eating part of it specifically. You don't do what they tell you to do. You do what you know you have to do on your journey to make it. That's it. I needed to run my journey and not let it run me in respect to the doctors. I should not have let that change the path I was already on. So we're going to run things. We're going to run things today, not let things overtake us, overwhelm us. I get overwhelmed really easy over just different things. I need to learn how to not let them run me, but I run them. I need to learn how to tackle things in different ways, take down my, I get angry. Listen, I ain't lying to y'all about no other crap. Ain't no sense to lie to you now. I get angry. As much as I sit here and laugh to you, I have an anger issue. And it's because things overwhelm me. And I guess that's just how it manifests itself, is I get angry and I get agitated and irritated. And those are the things that I've got to work on during my day, to not let them do that to me, and learn how to handle them better. That's all part of seeing a psychiatrist too, but that's one area that I'm having the toughest time on. So there's lots of things. You can take the word day out and insert any other word you want to insert. Don't let your diet run you, run it. Don't let your anger run you, run it. Don't let your fear, maybe we could say fear. Don't let your fear run you. You run it. Tackle it head on. There's things you're afraid of. Just, what did they say I was talking about with that food exposure exposure therapy? Well, there's some things, like if you're fear of being attacked in the mall parking lot, you can't expose yourself to that, because that's just a fear. I'm like, fear of success. Maybe you're I've heard of that. People are afraid of success and they sabotage themselves. So if you're sabotaging yourself, let's work on that. Let's work on just being the best we can be, tackling whatever it is that comes at us. Let's go after it instead of sitting there waiting for it to just slam us in the side of the head. Let's go after it first, and that's where I'm going to start working on my mental health. There's so much of it that is out of my control, but there are things that are in my control if I practice at it. And that will be not letting everything get on my nerves. Listen, this laughing, I have laughed my whole life. I have always been a laugher. I laugh and I cry for everything. There's two there's two things. I'm going to react with laughing, or I'm going to react with crying. And both have their merit in, those are proper situations to do that in, and then both are just like coping. You cry just to get it out. And I laugh as a coping mechanism. It's always been my way that I deal with things. Is I've laughed, y'all. I have laughed at funerals. I have. It's embarrassing, and people look at you, they don't understand. I've not been like, cackling like a hen, like I do sometimes when I get really wound up. I don't know if y'all have ever really seen me wound up. It's something. I was told before that I cackle like a hen. I don't care. I don't care. But I've got the giggles at a funeral. and that's my nerves coming out. So sometimes I'm sitting here and I'm laughing to y'all, but inside I am just, you know, that was one of the cards in there. If it's something about laughing, we'll get to that one day. Anyway, this is another one of those gobbledygook videos. I'll come across my notes. We're going to do another video, maybe next week. We'll talk about ways to overcome cravings and help with the willpower, different ways to deal with food, basically. There's the big one. That's how we're going to end it. Don't let food run us. Let's run the food. Ooh, that is a good one. I did that yesterday when I was in that Mighty Dollar. I walked down the aisle to get up to the register that was the snack cake, chip aisle, candy aisle. And I was hungry. I had been out a long time and I was hungry. Lunchtime. And I ate early. That's why I went out, because I ate early and I wanted to keep snacking right after I ate. And that's why I went out. And I had been gone a while and I hadn't eaten a while. And I had not pulled my stuff out of my bag yet. There was some honey barbecue chips. And I looked at those things and I stood there like, I'm just going to eat those in the car and just count my calories. And I stood there and almost audibly said, no, I'm taking my power over you. You are not winning over me today. So I just marched my little happy tail right on up to the cash register without any food in my buggy. That's where you get the good junk is the Dollar Tree. So I didn't have my list of my pros and cons. I hadn't made it yet. I made my trigger list. So I didn't have my list to pull out on, but I dealt with, I run that food that day. That food did not run me. So that's where we're going to end it. Hope you got something out of this. If you didn't, trust me, I understand. So I'll see you on my next video.